Bismillah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. We come to you today representing an organization known as Revolution Muslim, opening your eyes to that which you have been made blind to, and having you hear with that which you have been made deaf to. Yesterday, 12 U.S. soldiers were killed, with an additional 31 others wounded. What is so significant about this report? Don't we hear this every day in the news? What's so significant about this is it did not take place in Afghanistan. It did not take place in Iraq. It took place right here in the belly of the beast, the United States of America, on their own soil, carried out by a man named Nabal Hassan, Major Nabal Hassan, who was reported that when he shot down these 12 American soldiers, he shouted, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. And we want you all to know something very important about this. This did not take place at a hospital. This was not a civilian target. Not a school, not a hotel, nothing else. It took place at a military base. America, as judgmental as they are so quick to condemn the Mujahideen for indiscriminately targeting civilians, particularly American or British civilians. But here it is, the Mujahideen targeting a military target. Yet we see the contrast to that compared to American military tactics in which they drive drones over the borders of Afghanistan and Pakistan, indiscriminately killing Pakistanis. A U.S. drone does not tell the difference between a man, a woman, a child, an elder, an insurgent, a militant, a member of the Taliban, or a member of Al-Qaeda. It does not tell the difference. But yet here it is, the so-called terrorists making sure specifically to target military targets. It is American policy. It is American policy to target civilians. American policy in the Middle East and the Muslim lands is not to liberate, it is to exterminate. That is American policy for your brothers and sisters. America in its history has supported massacres, genocides, ranging from Indonesia, Kashmir, Shishan, Bosnia, everywhere that you can think of. Anywhere that people say La ilaha illallah, they have supported these genocides, these holocausts. It would be foolish for us to think that this was such a sudden outburst of violence as President Barack Obama tried to declare. This was not something that was random. This act of violence that took place at Fort Hood was not something out of the blue. It's not an outburst of violence. What this was something which was premeditated, something planned, and something instigated. Same as this war that America itself has started. It's as our brother Malcolm X, Al-Malik Al-Shabazz, rahimahullah, as he said, the chickens will come home to roost. America's chickens have come home to roost by this event. What America does in the lands of the Muslims, what America does in the lands of South America and Europe, everywhere, what they do will come back to haunt them. It will come back and slap them right in their face as they did yesterday. Whether or not you agree with what took place yesterday at Fort Hood, where these 12 American soldiers were gunned down by a Muslim major, who at last minute you could say that he had a boost of Iman, and he decided to take actions into his own hands. Possibly that could be the case. What you could say, whether you agree with it or not, is that you understand it. That you could understand why this happened. It can be understood by looking at Surah 8, verse 60, in which Allah says, against them make your spreading your strength to the utmost of your power, including steeds of war, to strike terror into the hearts of your enemies and the enemies of Allah. The greatest way to strike terror into the hearts of America would to hit them right in the heart, here in the heartland, in the soil. This is how it could be understood. An example from the Sirah that could have been
free CDs on the table, Sheikh Abdullah Faisal. Welcome. Learn your Aqidah. Free CDs.
Did not go out and wait for the Quraysh to attack him. The Prophet Muhammad did not sit and wait for the Quraysh to strike them with their swords. He went out and met them. This could be another possible way which we could understand what took place yesterday. Or the best example would be from Surah 9, verse 73. in which Allah says, O Prophet, make jihad, peace of Allah, against the disbelievers and the hypocrites, and be firm against them. Hell shall be their homes, and that is the worst of homes. Take note of one specific line. Hell should be their homes. The message that should be taken from what took place yesterday at Fort Hood, in which 12 American soldiers were killed, is that this war which America had begged for, that they instigated and that they started, the attackers wanted to make clear that this war will not simply be fought on Muslim soil, on Muslim lands. The blood of American military personnel will not simply run in the streets of Baghdad, Fallujah, Kabul, or through the mountains of Afghanistan. What the attacker who attacked Fort Hood yesterday wanted the Muslim Ummah and the people of America to understand is that this war will be fought on American soil. That the blood of these American military personnel will run in the very streets that they were raised in. This is what the attacker wanted you to understand. Everyone ignore the flesh worshipper for just this moment.
So who is Jesus Christ Lord? He's the Lord of all of you. So he's the Lord of God. He's the Lord of God.
Let her go worship her flesh God. Let her go do that. Yeah, you're right. Remember the verse. Surah 9, verse 73. It says, make jihad against the disbelievers and the hypocrites. And the hypocrites. We should all take a good look in the mirror and think about which one of us is the hypocrite.